Yeah, I'm going to just ask, and I will lay down a foundation because I don't make this stuff up. I just videotape what happens. And my question to you is how you will handle whistleblowers. And the reason that I ask that is because my good friend who would have wanted to be here, but he had an unfortunate work accident on Friday and his thumb was partially severed. But he is the only African-American auctioneer in the history of Louisiana, and he reported his concerns about suspicious payroll fraud activity within the board he sat on, and I videotaped the response was that the Attorney General's office was going to provide the names of some attorneys to literally go out to take disciplinary action against his license for making these public records requests. He pressed the attorney to give the name of the person at the Attorney General's office who did so, and she provided it, Richard Majimsey. So, and subsequently, the Inspector General's office did conduct an investigation and revealed that there was payroll fraud. So I would just like to know how you would differ in handling a whistleblower situation such as he encountered, and whether it's, I know you're not going to threaten to go after someone's license, but I'll just videotape what happened. So,
well, I would tell you that prosecuting a whistleblower is counterintuitive to the entire process.
Yes.
I would not prosecute a whistleblower.
I understand. And I got to hand it to Reverend Phillips, a good friend of mine. He didn't like this, okay? And at the end, you're going to see on this clip him push her for who it is that gave her that guidance at the Attorney General's office. Let's break away for that 2-minute clip. Videos don't lie, folks. Let's see how Buddy Caldwell's office handles when we're talking about making public records requests to substantiate wrongdoing, and here is how Buddy Caldwell's office deals with such an episode. Let's break away for that 2-minute clip.
There's some issues with regard to all of this going on that have raised issues with regard to potential disciplinary actions against them, and I think that's understood. I have conferred with the Attorney General's office about this. It is our decision that I cannot handle any disciplinary action against Mr. Phillips or Mr. Burns as licensees, and that the Attorney General's office has given me some names of third-party attorneys to represent the board in these matters, and I have put calls into them, and then they will be, basically, by the time we come back in September, we will have potential attorneys to actually handle these matters for the board. The attorneys may also have to look into the fact of the cost that has been to the board, both Ms. Edmonds having to put together how many public records requests?
Well over 35.
Okay, as well as
just for Mr. Burns and Mr. Phillips combined.
Okay, and my time and efforts with regard to that should be going also to the third attorney, and also there may be some liability on the part of the board because of Mr. Phillips' activities with regard to this. And I think that the board members should consult with a third attorney, just to be clear, not an attorney general and not someone else who is basically a third attorney. I'll be glad to suggest, I'm going to suggest some people for the administrative procedures that may be in place. I'm going to suggest to the board that and I've gotten clearance from the Attorney General's office for the board or its representatives to meet with an attorney to discuss all of these issues, because I know some of you had questions about all of this.
I was asking Ms. Now, she said, who you contacted at the Attorney General's office?
What do you mean?
You said you contacted the Attorney
I
General's
talked to
office.
Mr. McGimsey, who is the head of the civil division.